I just want to give you an overview again of how to safeguard your marriage. Because there is a listener who is saying, I have not yet gotten into an affair, but how do I safeguard my marriage from an affair? Number one, quickly, meet your spouse's emotional and sexual needs. Appreciate each other, be there for each other, understand your spouse's emotional needs and meet those needs so that those needs are always met, so that your spouse does not go out there and find somebody to meet those needs. Number two, be honest about your feelings, like we just mentioned. If you're feeling an attraction in your heart towards somebody else, let your spouse know early enough. Number three, be transparent about how you spend your time. Why? Affairs consume time. So it's about how you get and spend your finances. If you look at your bank account and there are $1,000 missing and that money was not used in your house, common sense tells you, you inquire from your spouse, hey, how did you spend this $1,000? Because chances are they might have spent it on an illicit relationship. This thing of your wife coming home with an expensive car and you don't ask her, how did you get the car? She says, it's a miracle from the Lord. You need to ask, okay, how did the miracle happen? Because a man could have bought her that car and you don't know the barter trade required her to exchange what for the car. Don't see your wife coming home with money and you don't ask her. And that is why I honestly, as a marriage counselor, advocate for common bank accounts. Number next, stop communicating with a potential lover. Relocate if you can. Lose their number. Be serious about it. Immorality is one thing that the Bible tells us to run away from. Listen to this. The Bible says, resist the devil and he will flee. But when it comes to sexual immorality, the Bible says, run away. I don't know whether you're getting my point. The Bible is telling you that the devil should run away from you. But then the same Bible tells you you should run away from sexual immorality. Which makes us think, could sexual immorality be more vicious than the devil himself? I know sexual immorality is of the devil, but are you seeing the way sexual immorality is so powerful that the Bible tells us to run away? Let me tell you something, Gathuru, at this point. I am very cautious about the distance I keep from the opposite gender. People from our church will tell you this. I don't hug ladies. And not because I don't trust them. I don't trust myself. I don't trust my body. I don't want to give room. The Bible says, don't create room for the flesh.
Sure.
I don't carry ladies in my car unless my wife is in the car or my mother is in the car. And even if I carry them in my car, they don't sit on my wife's seat in the car. But Pastor Andrew, what if it's raining heavily? Shouldn't a Christian give, a ride to someone like that? Give them money. If you are really concerned, give them money to catch a cab. Because you see, a car is like a house. It is a small house. There are people alive today who are conceived in a car. Some of us, if our parents had cars, maybe we were conceived in a car. That's why you're called Caroline. That's maybe why you're called, I don't know which other name rhymes with car. Karen. Maybe that's why you're called Caroline Karen, because you were conceived in a car. Some of us were conceived on the floor. Maybe that's why you're called Florence. But my point is this: many things can happen in it's a moving house.
Sure.
You see, the Bible says avoid the appearance of evil, which means two things. You see evil coming, you run away. Avoid the appearance. Evil is appearing, you run away. It also means avoid whatever looks like evil. Because how would it appear to people if they see me carrying a girl in my car? So tomorrow if I stand up to preach to them, they may not hear the gospel because of what they saw. So it is important that you understand that and pray earnestly for God to preserve the sanctity of your marriage while everything is going on okay. Our pastors taught us when everything is going on okay, that's the time to pray for your marriage. At times, shaky things may happen. Things that would shake your marriage may happen, and you may not be in an emotional state to pray. So build a bank of prayers. The devil hates your marriage, and he will not stop at anything to destroy your marriage. He knows that your marriage is a platform, raise up a godly family. That's what Psalm 22:27 says, that all the families of the nation shall worship before you. God begins families so that families can form a worship team. And that worship team is founded upon a marriage. And the devil knows that. So he destabilizes marriage so that marriages don't bring forth worship teams.